Welcome, everyone, to Creating a Mind's Undiscovered League Week 5 recap. Thank you, all those, for tuning in live, or if you're tuning in when the podcast is over via the recording. And Creating a Mind is an organization that helps and does their best to get young man jobs overseas or in higher leagues. Also, they help to build young men, help to not only help them in basketball, but help them in other areas as well. This is an organization. This is my second year covering it. If you haven't watched one of the shows in the past, this is what I talk about on this show. You have two options. You can check out the organization. If you go to creatingyoungminds.org, you can find out information about the organization. If you go to CYMTV.org, you'll be able to find information about the games and actually watch the games, which are every Saturday. So let's get right into it. Week number 5 of the Undiscovered League, Creating Young Minds. I had a really good week of basketball. And before I go too far into it, I want to give a shout out because, like I mentioned, this organization helps young men to get opportunities, around the world and in higher leagues. And Nakeem Oji, I've been talking about him on the past couple shows. You can check those out. And right now we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Also, most importantly, right now, we are live on Roku TV. You can search BS3 Space TV on your Roku device or TV, and you'll be able to find this show live right now. We got a variety of other shows on there as well. Also, we do have highlights on deck for both of the games from this is week number 5, so this was 2 weeks ago. But let's get into Nakeem Oji. Got an opportunity to play in Portugal, and he's there now, I believe. And so big shout out to him. Just shows, really working hard and putting in the work. And a lot of times opportunities will come. So wanted to give him a shout out before we got into the games. The first game up was Team Purple versus Team Red. And this was pretty much, I'll go ahead and say it right now, it was pretty much a blowout. 94-67, but let's kind of dive into the game to let you know some of the things that kind of went down. So in the first quarter, it was a 10-point lead. Team Purple was up. Team Purple, one of the best teams in this Creating Our Minds Undiscovered League. So they play tough every single game. Really arguably the best or one of the best teams, in this Undiscovered League. And they call it Undiscovered because these are and players that may not have gotten opportunities or certain opportunities to play pro ball or to play in higher leagues. But this organization, what they do is to help these young men, like I said, get these opportunities. So 24-14 in the first quarter, 41-33 in the second quarter, 63-45 in the third, and then 94-67 in the fourth. So you could just see that this was wasn't a competitive game going into that fourth quarter. They were up 71-69. They just really started to pull away. But a couple of key stats. Points off turnovers was actually pretty close, 12-13. That was Team Red, actually. Points in the paint was actually pretty close, too, 62-52. That was Team Purple winning that. Second chance points, 22-14. Fast break, 22-28. Team Purple won that category. So it was actually not that dominant when you look at some of those key stats. But when you get to the stat sheet of the players, James Hampton had a big day with 26. Zachary Hinton, who was the captain, had 25. William Benjamin with 23, and then Rick Curry with 12 on the day. Going over to the Team Red side, Drew Harbor with 12, Xavier Edwards with 12, Jeremy Burright with 12, and then KT Bochum with 19 on the day. So that was game one, which not as competitive, like I said, going into that fourth quarter, but they stuck with it. That's one thing I would say. No matter if the team's up or down, they're going to continue to hustle, continue to work hard. So you have coaches in this league. You have Mathis Crowder. You also have Jason Maxill. If you look at some of the past episodes, I brought that up. But these are basketball minds, and these are guys that have that basketball mind. And, they really try to find a way to coach these guys up and to get them ready for future opportunities. So, Coach Mathis Crowder, Coach Maxill, Jason Maxill played in the NBA for the Detroit Pistons. I also played in the G League. Shout out to my man, Courtney Harden. Thank you for tuning in. Also, my man, Ivan Dawkins. Thank you for tuning in. Courtney Harden has a show coming up tomorrow at 11 Central, 12 Eastern, I believe. So you can tune in to The Real Deal with Courtney Harden. Also, Ivan Dawkins has a show called Queen 3 and King with his sisters. That's on Tuesday night, 7:30. Also, The Forecast on Monday nights. So look, BS3 has a variety of shows for everybody. It's not just sports. It's not just really one topic. It's quite a few. And that's what I'm always excited about, being able to share what the network is doing, but also continuing to grow. So if you're interested in joining BS3 Network, we would love to have you. We're looking to get a variety of different shows, different topics, different things, not just one particular thing. So back to the topic at hand. Team Purple, again, with a big time win, 94-67. And that was game one on the day. Let's get over to game two on the day. Now, before I do that, also, I wanted to touch on a couple of the players and kind of where they're from. If we look at Team Purple, you got quite a few guys that have had opportunities either in upper leagues or playing in college. So Jaden Richardson, UNT Dallas. Also, Jordan Wooden played for the JBA Philly Ballers. If you remember the JBA, a league that LeVar Ball started. You got Zachary Hinton that played in Colombia and Saudi Arabia. So these guys have played really all over the world. William Benjamin played in the TBL, which is the basketball league, with the Waco Royals and the Dallas Skyline. And then Rick Curry, who's played in Romania, and he played in the TBL as well for the Jamestown Jackals. And while you're watching this, do me a favor, go to your Roku TV and download BS3 TV. You can see all of the content. See this show, we're live right there on the channel right now. And we got a variety of other shows up there. Team Red, you got Xavier Edwards that played in Romania, Jeremy Burright, who's played all over the world in the TBL, literally all over the world, in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, I should say. And then KT Bochman playing in Butler Community College. Let's get to game number two, which was Team Blue versus Team Steel. So this entire league, honestly, the two best teams are Team Blue and Team Purple. I think they faced in week 4, and I gave some info on that. But this was a pretty dominant performance for Team Blue, and Team Blue getting the victory convincingly, 69-47. Let's get to kind of the play-by-play. Team Blue, going into the end of the first quarter was 18-10. Team Blue started to pull away even further, 43-18. Third quarter, 53-30. And then fourth, 69-47. So you could tell just what was going on. Shout out to Justin Caraway, host of the Elevate podcast, comes on Thursdays at 7:30. Thank you for giving a thumbs up and tuning in. Again, the website's where you'll be able to check out what I'm talking about. So if you're not familiar with Creating Young Minds, I'll give you two websites that you'll be able to check out, and that is creatingunminds.org and cymtv.org. You'll be able to get more info. Appreciate you, Justin, for tuning in. I don't really have a set time for this show. I kind of do it as I'm available each week, and it'll be available after the show as well. So we're on, like I said, we're on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook, find it on Twitter, and on the Roku TV channel. So pretty dominant win by Team Blue. Let's look at some of the key stats. Points off of turnovers, 20-4, Team Blue. Points in the paint. This is a major stat right here. 42-18, Team Blue with points in the paint. The second chance points was close, 9-7. Fast break points, 15-8. And that's one thing I'll tell you about Coach Mathis Crowder. What he's going to do is he's going to have you running up and down the floor. You're going to be playing full court defense. There's not going to be any lagging. There's not going to be any, I'm going to take this play off, because if you do take the play off, he is going to be in your behind. But that's because, and I believe that's because he is truly passionate about helping to build up these young guys. Give them a tough, hard-nosed coach, which will benefit them in wherever they go. Benefit them in sports, benefit them in life, benefit them in whatever they decide to do. And that's one thing I'll definitely say that I appreciate about the coaches. Shout out to my man OC, talking with OC Overton Claiborne. Check out his podcast on Anchor. Also follow him on Facebook. You'll be able to check out, he does Sunday picks on Sunday mornings, and you'll be able to check out all of his other shows as well. Always appreciate his support. I'm sending him a shirt. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I keep procrastinating, but I'm gonna get that done for you. So thank you for tuning in as well. Talkingwithoc.com. There you go. Take you right to where you need to go. Get you the information that you need. And he's a great podcaster as well. There's a lot of good support your neighborhood podcaster. Okay. Support your neighborhood podcaster. If you know somebody that does a podcast, support them. Give them the support like you would give somebody on the radio. Give them support where you would give somebody that you watch on TV. You are a busy guy. I definitely am, and I appreciate the support. But support your neighborhood podcaster, man. I'm telling you, like the work that goes into it and the passion that people have. Do what you can to show that support. DeMarcus Minor, big bro, you have to contact with my guy. You would be great for an interview. Gino Zapata, you also. I appreciate that info in there. All right, so dominant win. Bench points was 3-0. That is one thing I would say Team Steel won in. Biggest lead was 29 by Team Blue. And let's get to the stat sheet. Also, I got highlights coming up here in a minute. Visit creatingunminds.org. Also, create CYM TV to actually watch the games. And Creating Unminds has a Roku and Roku channel as well, CYM TV. So you want to learn more information, you want to check out some of the games, you want to see what I'm talking about, you'll be able to do that. Team Blue, Richard Turner. I call him Big Rich. I think I call him something different each week, but I'm going to stick with Big Rich today. 16 points. KT Bochum with 15. Pretty much the whole team was in double digits except two players. And that's a pretty solid day. Austin Wire, big time power forward, big time big man with a big day. 17 points, 10 rebounds. Also, I want to go back, the 4 assists by Richard Turner. Jeremy Burright with 19, 8 rebounds. Going over to Team Steel, even though they did not have the best of performances. Ruben Acosta with 10 points, 13 rebounds on the day. And Ruben Acosta's I haven't stood directly next to him, but I don't think he's a big man. But 13 rebounds on the day, 2 for 4 from the three. Jordan Wooten with 15. A lot of the other players in single digits. James Hampton with 9. Rick Curry with 5. And it's a running clock in these games. So as you hear me talking about this, the score is not. They're not going to be really extremely high because it's a running clock, 10-minute quarters. But that was the 2 games on the day. And the player of this week 5, I'm going to go with James Hampton. He had the biggest impact, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists in one game. He had 9 points in the other game. So that's a big time player from the weekend. James Hampton, who's been playing in this 2021-2022 season. And kind of as I talk about some of the other players, Ruben Acosta actually played in Puerto Rico. So a lot of these guys play really all over the world, literally. And that's what this organization does their best to do in giving people opportunities. Shout out to Gino Zapata. Looks like Justin looking for opportunities to get people on the show. And what I really want to do is some type of debate type show. I don't know how or when, but we had this. I put it in the BS3 network group discussion about who was the top. Rating the top 5 power forwards. Tim Duncan, Karl Malone was on the list, Charles Barkley, and it was a lot of comments. So I'm gonna be looking to do some things in the future to get a collective group of people, coming on the show and talking a variety of different topics in sports. So before I get out of here, I do want to bring up. I'm going to add this to the stream here. Let me make it bigger. But the Creating Young Minds will be going to Vegas December 20th and the 21st. Registration is $200. That is coming up very, very soon. That is Monday and Tuesday. Let me expand that all the way so that you can see that. And you'll go to creatingyoungminds.org to get more information on that. Opportunity to play in the CYM Undiscovered League. Coaches will include Jason Max Seal and Paul McKeskey, NBA veterans. Like I said, the registration is $200. It is definitely something that if you're a hooper, you would definitely be interested in. And they'll be playing at the Chunk Minker Sports Complex. So go to creatingyoungminds.org to get more information on that. And, you may have an opportunity to play overseas or get some run or get opportunity to play in a higher league. So wanted to make sure to point that out. Go to creatingyoungminds.org. I'm back. All right. So like I promised, we do have highlights from week 5. Week 5 was 2 weeks ago. Week 6 will be coming up this weekend. And these guys, they're just continuously really playing basketball and grinding at it. And I'm sorry, they're skipping over week 6 because they will be playing in Vegas. So be coming back with week 7. It'll be January the 8th from 12 to 4. They play in Lake Dallas. Let me bring up the schedule as well while I'm kind of sharing screens and such. So this is on creatingyoungminds.org as well. You can see Austin Wire right there, and you see the whole schedule, sponsors. Lake Dallas High School, that's where they play, and all the games are on Saturdays from 12 to 4. So I would definitely say come through and support. All right, let's get to the highlight reel. Big shout out to D-Lo produced it. She was the one that put the highlights together. Also, AFI and Corp, Jason, they both do a great job with the highlights, but let's get right into it. Let's go. All right, there you go. That highlight reel. D-Lo produced it. Make sure to follow her on Instagram. D-Lo produced it. Also, AFI in Corp. AFI, I believe it's _ in Corp. Check out those guys. Young, really hungry guys making some noise with photography and highlights and doing their thing. So a lot of the names I mentioned, that's what you've seen in the highlight reel. This is week number 5, recapping week number 5 of the CYM Undiscovered League. You want more information? Here are the websites right here. You can go there, creatingunminds.org, to check out the organization, cymtv.org, to actually watch the games. They also have a Roku, I believe Roku and Amazon channel as well. We are live on Roku. So if you're watching this, do me a favor tonight or this weekend. Go to your Roku TV and search BS3 TV. Do me that favor. Download it. Got a variety of shows, a list of great shows, something for everybody. Relationships, sports, spirituality. We got a politics on there, and we're looking to grow. We're looking to get more shows about politics, cooking shows, traveling shows. We're looking to build a strong network with strong content. So download it, and you'll be able to find all of the great content that we have on there. So coming up on tomorrow's schedule at 11, and I'm going to go with Central Time, but at 11 Central, we will have my man Courtney Harden, episode 77. Have great guests on there. And then coming up at 3, we'll have my parents with the Suds or Us podcast. We'll also have a playlist playing, so you'll be able to check out shows on that live stream playlist. And we got shows every day. Spirituality coming up at 10 on Sunday. We have Overcomers Empowerment Ministries. And then at 11:30, real soon, we will have Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. The sermon by Pastor Damon Dawkins will be coming up in the next couple of Sundays. So we're looking to grow, looking to build. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day. And we will be back and better than ever tomorrow. BS3 Network is on Roku TV. Search BS3 TV. And we are out of here.